Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Quant Network, aka QNT. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys, please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate it. And if you do find any of the information in this video valuable, useful, or interesting in any sort of way possible, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update. So overall, I updated you guys earlier on, Bitcoin in regards to this entire market, and of course, I did shine a spotlight on the major indices, which you guys should all be watching for today at 9:30 a.m. EST. This is going to be a huge leading factor in terms of what comes next for this market, because we are still ranging with, of course, things happening from the Fed's standpoint, the Russian stuff. There's a lot of things going on right now in the world that could lead to a major catalyst, in this market. It could be, us dropping significantly in price, or it could just be us kind of ranging sideways while Bitcoin dominance continues to rise and rise and rise. Now, I will say this in terms of Quant, aka QNT. It is down about 9.33%, 19% on the 7-day span. We hit my $118 point. Now, are we going to hold this level? It's hard to say, honestly. Like, when I'm talking about this level being held, we want to see this held in terms of the 3 months, or I actually think it might be the 1-year span. Yeah. So this is that level that I told you guys about back here where we did range on. It was around like the July time frame. The issue here is that if this structure does break, we will retest these lows down at about $90 to like 70 some dollars. I told you guys about this many times. Trading volume still rough. A lot of altcoins are looking similar to this. In terms of the holders tab, we are still seeing increased numbers here, which is very good to say the least. But there's still a lot to continue to watch for within the Quant network scene. I'm watching a lot of altcoin movement currently. I'm watching a lot of Bitcoin, mainly Bitcoin, I should say, because Bitcoin is the leading cause right now for many movements, or I shouldn't say many movements, but pretty much any movement happening within the altcoin market. So a lot of things will be shifting. We can take a look real quick at Quant just so I can show you guys real quick what I was talking about with those price action moves on QNT. More so, I addressed the idea on, excuse me, us testing this $118 level, which is our fib level. If this does get lost, we will test my demand zone. $73 to $100 is the demand zone for QNT. It does suck that we got rejected off of that top resistance at about $160, but hey, it is what it is. I told you guys about this level specifically, and I told you guys to watch for the major drop in price after more so the test of $118. But now we wait to see if we will break this structure and continue to test lower. It's hard to say, but of course the major indices will be a telltale sign. Now, I do want to talk to you guys about the major ecosystem that is building, or I shouldn't say building, but being built behind the scenes. So we do see here, I've said many times, Quant Overledger will be on top of most major blockchains for many use cases, and especially pointing out the integration with XRP Ledger. Yesterday, CEO of SBI Japan speaks to using QNT not only for their FX business, but for the crypto business as well. Now, I just want to make sure that I have, yep, you guys can listen in and listen to this closely.
Technology like the Quants and other technology systems can be utilized for our FX business or for our crypto asset business.
And this is all talking about SBI, right? SBI Remit just announced, or I shouldn't say SBI Remit, but we do know that Ripple and SBI Remit have been working on a lot of things closely since July. And when we are talking about QNT, there's many interconnectivity layers here. This goes back to July. This tweet goes back to July of last year. But it still holds up true here now because SBI is a major branch. I mean, this is a massive company with a huge amount of clients behind it. the tree is ever growing. These branches will lead us to success. I want you all to pay attention to what Quant is building and, of course, being utilized for. We also see a Rael Powell explaining Overledger network of networks and name dropping QNT ahead of Polkadot and Chainlink in his latest video.
Spent enough time talking about the interoperability layer. Now, how I describe this is, we kind of started this whole crypto journey back in 2013, for me at least, with Bitcoin, and then Ethereum came, and then we've seen these other tokens. Some have survived, some have failed, this big ecosystem. And people say, well, this has got a great case for that, this has got a great case for this. And then there's a group of people saying, well, it's all going to go into one protocol. But a big development is people saying, you know what, it doesn't need to go on one protocol, and we'll build a layer that allows all of these things to work together. So what this means is, I'm talking to you, I'm using a microphone of which you don't know what it is, that condenses the sound and records it on a system that you don't know what it is. On a computer, you don't know whether it's a Mac or a PC. I'm using an internet of which you don't know what the type of modem it is. You don't know any of these things. And I can have a live call with you on the phone, or I can have a Zoom call, and you don't know or care. I can send you an email. You don't know what system I'm on. You just get the email. That's interoperability. It's one of the key features of the internet and what made the internet so successful. That is coming in crypto, and it's coming fast. We've seen on Real Vision Crypto things like Quant Network, Polkadot, Chainlink. These things are huge because they allow different things to move around across this ecosystem. We're seeing it in the gaming metaverse where a token or a skin can go from one game to the other. And those are different languages, different protocols. Some are on blockchain, some aren't. It's extraordinarily exciting. So the wave of the future is, you're not going to know that some of these things are built on Bitcoin or Ethereum or anything else. What you care about is the end application. And we're coming closer to that.
And that is the truth. Like, when we are talking about interoperability layers, nobody will know about them. No one will know about them at all. TCP, right? TCP/IP. Nobody knows about this. I'm sure the typical individual probably doesn't even know exactly what TCP/IP even is in terms of the internet. But again, when we are talking about QNT, the IP for the TCP/IP of the DLT web. Overledger is live since September 2018. Overledger is the routing protocol, IP, providing interoperability. DLT consensus provide TCP. We are the IP layer for this. This is why I want you to all pay attention to what Quant is doing. This is the next revolutionizing technology in this space that will continue to be, adopted at massive scale because it is utilized or I shouldn't say utilized, but it is necessary for these major networks and platforms to be utilized properly. Okay, and we do see here from Gilbert Verdian, listen closely to this as well.
Yeah, it's a good question. So just back to the Bank of England example. So they're updating their RTGS in a program called RTGS Renewal. It's public. What they're looking to do is the next RTGS system is going to be blockchain compatible. So they're not going to put it on blockchain because the technology is not there for it, and it's not really designed for an RTGS system. That's a separate, high availability system. So what that means is the future RTGS system is going to be able to talk digital assets. And that's important because that's where CBDCs come in. So the view across industry, and we've been working a lot with regulators, with central banks, with the higher order of the banking system, and the view is central bank digital currencies will be here. That they're not a theoretical thing anymore.
And the best thing that he said is it will be able to conversate with digital assets. I've told you guys, being able to talk between protocols is going to be key for success. QNT is doing this. In fact, Bank of America, Bank of England, held a webinar What would a BOE digital currency be like? Polls with 1,200 participants shows how a CBDC meets future payments needs. Our important takeaway, the new RTGS system will be interoperable with DLTs using an API, platform. And again, this goes back to 2020, I mind you. Things have been in a building process for a very, very long time. Best part about this is look at the key player here. API access, the gateway for everything. Again, QNT, I'm just going to say it, is at the heart of all of this. And of course, this comes from QNT or Quant themselves. Okay, and we do see here a quick poll. Which of these opportunities of CBDCs presents the greatest benefit? 36% meeting future payment needs in a digital economy. Okay, all of this is huge for adoption of digital payments, digital assets. And again, you can see more of these pools here. The next steps, we want your thoughts on benefits and risk, opportunities for and risk for monetary and financial stability, functionality and provision of CBDCs, technology choices as well. Guys, when we're talking about QNT or Quant, they're a major player. I don't need to tell you guys that. They're already telling you guys that by themselves. Okay? So when we are talking about QNT and when we're talking about the future of these, many markets, I've always said, just pay attention to things that are being built. Because when we are talking about CBDCs and when we're talking about the future of, DLT technologies or digital assets, it all takes me back to one major use case, and that is interoperability. Okay, because having that communication layer between DLTs, between protocols, between networks, the network of the networks is being built and it's already, live practically. And that is, of course, QNT. I want you to all pay attention to this because it is something that is revolutionizing. This is buying cars before cars boom. This is buying real estate before real estate hit $1 trillion plus market cap. This is the earliest point that you could possibly be in for this massive technology. Interoperability is still not realized as a major use case, as a major opportunity. But I'm telling you guys right now, it is. API gateways are the key, the fundamental underlying technology layer between mass adoption and CBDCs. And it's proven here once again, and this is coming from Quant themselves. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are. In this video, it's been Nick. Peace out, guys.